Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Money Pot Betting, Money Pot Podcast. I'm your host. I'm the CEO. I'm the president. I'm Moss Money. And it's like, yo, where the hell you been? Where the hell you been? And I'm gonna tell you where I've been. I've been to Vegas and back again, right? As you can see behind me, that's where I was. I was living over there. I was out there for damn near 9 days. I was out there for 9 days at a convention, um, doing sports betting, sports talking, and some job stuff. Job stuff is on the back end. The front stuff is what we talking about. And what we talking about here, baby? That's right. Your boys are in the Circa Millionaire 5 sports betting contest out in Las Vegas itself. So what exactly that means? That means each and every week we will have to be giving one, two, three, four, 5 picks each week during football season about trying to win $1 million. So what I want to do real quick here is we'll talk about the contest we're entering because we're gonna win together, bro. You know what I mean? Because if I win, then you win. Because I'm giving back to my peoples. I'm giving back to y'all, right? So I want to talk about the rules. What's it look like? How can we win? Different strategies, some bankroll management if you want to continue to bet on the side as well. But I will give you the full breakdown starting now. So, what you need to know. All right. First of all, you got to be in Vegas to put in. If you're not a Vegas resident, then you have to put in for a proxy. Proxy is somebody who just goes, puts your picks in for you. You put your picks in through an app or through a website. They get the picks and they put them for you at a certain amount of time. So if we want to do like Thursday picks, you got to make sure the picks are in Thursday by 12 o'clock our time because obviously they are on Pacific time. This is me coming from the East Coast. Nothing like this on the East Coast, which is a shame. Weird. Nothing like this on the East Coast at all for sports betting for football. Hopefully it comes. Hopefully MoneyPot can be a part of it too as well. But nothing like this is ever. You have this one, you have the Survivor, you have the Westgate. So that's where I was. Oh, Don, what's up, bro? It's been a minute. Yeah, man, I let you guys down, man. I did some bets here and there for the finals, and I've been out in Vegas for the last like week and a half. I've just been out. You know what I mean? You haven't seen me on A2D, you haven't seen me here. So that's probably why, we're gonna kick it back up because it's football season. Everything betting is kind of done at this point. I do bet some UFC, I do bet some baseball, not as much as I did basketball, even though I'm better at baseball betting than I am basketball. So maybe I should tick that up a little bit. But you want to be able to talk to sport at a high level. And I'm still learning the game of baseball to be able to talk to it at a high level. So that's why I don't do too much baseball. But we will do some baseball this week. And as football season gets close, everybody kicks out. Everybody loves football. So that's kind of where I've been at, bro. I'm out here, man. I'm still out here. Don't worry about it. I ain't going nowhere. So real quick, let's just go through the contest real quick. Let me share my screen so y'all can see what I'm looking at. All right. So let's zoom that in just a little bit because I zoomed small. Yeah, that's a little bit better. All right. First thing you need to know, we get 5 entries in per person. If you want to follow us through Circa Sports, team is always MoneyPot. So we'll be the MoneyPot team here. We just put in one bankroll allowed for one. So we just went for one. We'll make 5 picks and we get a point for each one you get and a half a point for the push. 6 million guaranteed in the total prize. It's a lot different from the Westgate. Westgate only has winner take all, not winner take all, but the top 10, 15% get paid out. Here, there's all kind of ways to win, even a Bobby prize, which means is that if you have the absolute worst record of the field. So you're trying to lose, you can get yourself $100,000. So that means if you jump into the bag and you're terrible right out the gate, right at the first couple weeks, you're terrible. 1 in 18 or whatever, you have your chance of winning on your way to $100,000. So it's some strategy that goes along with this that you got to kind of figure out. They give away 300,000 per quarter, every 4 to 5 weeks. Last place, Bobby prize, or booby prize, I guess, is 100,000. Second is 50 grand. So, what is going to be our strategy going out? I'm going to play to win, right? I'm not going to play to lose. I'm going to play to win. But if we start off on the wrong foot, meaning you got it in these contests, you got to be hitting close to over 60% to have a shot. Winners are 62, 63. Winners go on crazy runs. You're going to see people start out the gate where they're maybe 15-1, 15-2. Like they're going to be starting off the gate hot. So, if it starts off even, we could always shift our strategy to say, hey, we're going to go for the end prize at 100 grand, to have the worst record in the field. So you're going to play to lose, but to win, right? Play to lose, but to win, in this. So it just talks about here about when we need to put our picks in. We work that out with our proxy. Obviously, they talk about proxy services. When's the deadline? As you can see, I got the nice little hat saying that I'm in the prize. $1,000 hat. That's what I called it. I was like, yo, this is $1,000 hat. All right, let's get to the bread. Let's get to the money. First place, a millie. Second place is 500. Third is 4. Fourth is 350. Fifth is 300. Sixth is 250. So forth and so forth. So a top 10 finish would be great, right? A top 10 finish would be great. And then out of a top 100th place, 1.3 million across the 100th place. That'll also be cool. But a top 10 finish, we play to win, but a top 10 finish would be amazing, to get the bag and to get a couple bands like that. Now, right now, last place is 100 grand. Second to last is 50 grand. So if this ain't working, we're gonna switch up. We're gonna switch. I think this is really fun. Like I really do. I think this is really fun. This is really hard to do. I think this could be easier because there's going to be people in here that have 2 to 3, right? And their first their first ticket or their first entry is going to be the win. And I think their second entry is going to be play to lose. So they're going to do opposites. But you could get yourself caught up because you could have some good weeks and some bad weeks. And it's got to be against the spread. So you got to be careful about those teams that are bad but cover, right? You got to be super careful about those teams that are bad that are cover. And then here's the quarterly prizes. The quarterly prizes are first quarter, first place in the quarter, $150 out the gate. So if you start off hot, boom, you're in the bag, right? And then second, third, fourth, fifth, and then each last place gets 25. So technically, if they're playing 5 here, that's 125K plus last place is 100. So if you lose it all, right, you could win potentially 200, almost $250,000 for being last place. Very, very interesting strategy in terms of this contest. And that's why I picked it, because I really liked how there was multiple ways to win, not just the best of the best. There's multiple ways to win, each and certain times. So there's going to be people who might not win a game. Like, how crazy is that to not win a game? And I think it's an interesting strategy and one I might take up. right? One I might actually take up where I think we're going to lose and they're not going to cover. So, and it's funner to bet the win like that because you're actually betting both sides. You're betting for the favorite to win, but you're also betting for the loser to lose the right way. Like, don't give me no BS on the back end. Don't give me no field goal, miss it, miss it. You know what I mean? So, I'm gonna look at the team and talk to the team, and I think this would be a really interesting way to play to lose all your bets. And I think it'd be really fun to try to do that. So I think I might do that actually. Playing to lose but win all in the same thing. Let's go for the court. You know what I mean? Let's not go. First, I talked all about playing a mill, but just thinking about it, I think I could pick losers. I think I could go 0 for 5 for losers each and every time. That'd be great. That'd be really, really good. And this is of May 25th, 8 million, 6 million. Man, I should have signed up for the Survivor Prize too while I was out there. Should have picked up for the Survivor Prize while I was out there too. But I wanted to give you guys an update on what you expect from MoneyPot Betting and MoneyPot Podcast on moving forward with the football season. Now, let's stop screwing that. Now let's talk about bankroll management, right? And how we should go about doing bankroll management. Let's bring up a calculator here. Because what I want you guys to understand, there are effective strategies on how. Let me see. Can I present? Let me see. Can I present that calculator? Nah, it won't work. All right, it won't work. I'm gonna have to figure a different way how to do that. But we'll do online calculator. But I want to show you guys an effective strategy that we can use for bankroll management. All right. So let me share quick calculator real quick here. See what that looks like. All right. That looks pretty good. But we'll zoom in just a little bit more. All right, cool. All right. So what do you want to do? All right. So right now it is Friday the 16th. The NFL season starts right what that Thursday? Let's check that out. Let's go NFL schedule. What is game one? Game one is going to be Detroit and KC. September 7th is game one on a Thursday. All right. So that means right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You have 11 weeks, right? You have 11 weeks until the football season. So, what's your comfortability of what you want to bet? Say you want to bet every Sunday $100. So 11 times 100, we get 1100. So I need $1,100 per week, right? So that means we get typically most people get paid twice a month. So divide that by 2. Oops. Uh, divide that by 2. 550. Okay. So we'll divide that by 11. So each month we would need to put away $50. Okay. $50 each month to get $1,100 for the next 11 weeks. That's where we're at. That's what we need. So if you can make that work, then go ahead. And the key thing is to put it into an account that's separated from your personal expense. I cannot stress it enough. You have to separate your personal finances and expenses from sports gambling. You cannot gamble from the same spot. You have to build up a bankroll. So, or you could do it another strategy. This is another strategy that people do. Pay yourself when you get paid, right? Think of it like that. Pay yourself when you get paid. So as soon as you get paid, boom, $50 to the side. Even take out the cash and put it in an envelope. I know we don't use a lot of cash anymore, but even take it out so you can know, so you can see it, and be disciplined. You have to be disciplined in your savings, just like any other savings. And make sure you pay bills too, right? Make sure you got food on the table, you got a roof over your head, and all your other bills are paid off and stuff like that. But if you can manage, we could do some damage, right? And then with the 1100 divided by, let's say, 18, right? 18 weeks, about, or is it 17 weeks? Say 18 weeks, you'll get about $60 each Sunday to bet. So that could be three straight bets for $20. That could be one $60 parlay. That could be two $30 teasers. There's all kind of ways to bet, and then let's build the bankroll, right? Build the bankroll. The key of taking the 1100 and flipping it to, I want to say 5x would be a good goal. If you can flip that to 5 grand, we good. We good. And I'm gonna do this, right? I'm gonna do this with y'all. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take $50 every week and put it away. I get paid bi-weekly. So for me, it's easier. I'm gonna put $100 aside in the bankroll each and every week to show you how to build it up. If you can afford that, right? If you can afford that, that's what you need to do. If not, I get it. It's all good. We don't you don't have to do that as well. But I'm gonna keep it a beam, I'm gonna keep it honest with you. I'm gonna show you how to knock that off and build up a ring roll. And then we'll build the same way. 60 hours a week. Nothing more, nothing less. Stay disciplined and let's run it up. Let's run it up. So those are kind of key two strategies you can use to build up your bankroll. Right. First strategy, just to refurb, is one, pay yourself. Every time you get paid, put money to a side, whether you're taking out cash, put it in an envelope, put in another account that you have to go to the bank and actually pull money out, something that doesn't have a debit card. Set these things up to make it easier for you to build up your bankroll. So one is pay yourself. And then two, set up an automatic transfer in another account where you when you get paid. So either you manually do it and pay yourself, or set up automatically. I like setting up things automatically. You set it and you forget it. It makes complete and utter sense on 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 how to pay yourself, pretty much. So kind of same concepts, but two different strategies on how to do it. Cater it to yourself. Any other strategies that we can use to kind of build a bankroll? Another one is the same thing. Use it as paying like a bill. It's really just kind of tricking yourself to get into the habit of doing it. So like if you pay a bill, it's like, again, paying yourself, paying into account that you know is going to be effectively put aside, and don't touch it, right? If you have emergency that comes up and you have no other way to pull money, I get it, but just understand, stick to the goal. We have 11 weeks until game one. We can build up $1,100. That gives us $60 each week for the 18 weeks. If you need more, just add more. But I think that's good, effective strategy. Have about 50 to 60 hours per week to make some bets. I typically don't bet Thursday games anyway. So betting Sunday and Monday makes a lot of sense. And then let's see what we come out. The goal is 5 grand. Goal is 5 grand. So we'll go for a 5 grand banger to get us in the winning circle. All right. So I just wanted to give you guys an update where I've been, what I've been doing, what's coming up next. Also, we're gonna have some new merch. You know, that Eagle Green coming back. That was the first shirt. The first shirt that Money Pot podcast ever did was an Eagle Green shirt. We're gonna bring those back. We got some hats coming. Got some cool stuff coming for the summer. So picking it up, and then picking it up where we left off. So I want to thank everybody who joined, who's listening. And if you want to follow on the $1 million contest, make sure you subscribe to Money Pop Podcast on all social media platforms. I do appreciate the support. I do appreciate the love. I appreciate the likes, the subs. Let's run it up, man. We need 1K. Let's start with 1K. Let's get to 1K subs, and then we just gonna keep running from there, man. So appreciate everybody jumping on. This is Moss Money. This is Money Pot. This is Money Pot Betting, Money Pot Podcast. So I see you again. I'm out.